with Law.
Kawhi, you mentioned after Game 6, one of the factors of playing a good game was not turning the ball over. You had the ball in your hands, 9 assists, no turnovers. How were you able to take what you said about the last couple of games and apply it to your own game tonight?
Just staying focused, knowing where my teammates are, just staying poised, and just keeping faith, you know what I mean? Just trying to win a basketball game. But at the same time, you got to be aggressive all night and, don't try to make the game be perfect.
Thanks. Go to Tim.
Tim McMahon, ESPN. Kawhi, what do you think of what Luka Doncic did in this series and the challenges that he presented you guys?
Oh man, he did everything. I believe I don't know how many 40-point games he had. I believe three or four. Shooting it very efficiently from three for sure, off the dribble shots. Just doing it all for his team. He's a great player. You're gonna see him for many years to come. He's playing at his own pace. He's making it look easy out there.
Thanks. Going to Mark Medina.
Hi, Kawhi. Congrats on the win. I know obviously Utah is a really tough opponent, but what sort of big picture carryover do you think the team can have with just what you guys went through in the first round?
Just seeing, how hard we play pretty much. Just trusting each other. The same thing you need to have to be the last team standing. But it's going to be a different challenge next series. It's a different team. So we just got to see what they do well and how we can higher our chances of winning.
Thanks. Go over to Andrew Greif.
Hey, Kawhi, you mentioned the trust, and Ty Lue before the game said that Game 7s are all about trust. How did you see throughout this series trust build within this roster?
I think just as we watch film and we seen that we're leaving each other on islands, mainly on the defensive end. Nobody's really selfish on the offensive end on this team. That's up to me and PG and playmakers on the offensive end not to be selfish, because at times you feel like you got to do it all. But these games aren't won with just one or two great players. You need a whole 17 or 16 players that you have, guys on the bench clapping, letting you know what's going on, and the rotation players. So, I think we had trust at the beginning, but we just had to dial in on what we were doing.
Thanks. Go to Ohm.
Hey, Kawhi. For you guys to come back from 2-0, stave off elimination these last two games, what do you feel? Do you feel something different in this team that wasn't there last year to help you guys come through in this Game 7?
No. I mean, I think I said this. I'm not thinking about last year. I'm thinking about what are we doing today, and what the next step is tomorrow. So, I'm glad that we showed character, we showed poise when we went down 2-0 going on the road in that Game 3. That meant a lot to me this season. Obviously, it got us to this next round, but like I said, it's all about this year. And now we got to see what we could do this year to, higher our chances of winning in this next round.
And you've often talked about building championship habits and going through not only the highs but the lows. When you go through all the things that you guys have gone through this series, how does that help a team try to get to that championship from your experience?
I mean, you just know to keep faith. What you have gone through at times when we are at our worst, and you could propel from that, dig yourself out of a hole that you put yourself in. It just gives you that confidence, I believe. But that being said, this is one series, and we have to focus on the next one.
Thanks, Owen. We got time for two more. We'll go to Tomer.
Hey, Kawhi, congrats on the win. I wanted to ask you about Terrence. After Game 5, he had that kind of layup that he probably should have taken, but he passed up. And I see he's kind of down on himself. Just what was the last couple of days like for, in terms of his confidence building, coming in and really, helping you guys out there on the court ever since that Game 5 sort of blunder he had?
When did you see that he was down on himself?
Well, after he passed up the shot, he kind of grabbed his head like this, and PG tapped him on the head saying it was all right.
I mean, I don't think he was really down. I mean, obviously it was a learning experience for him. But that being said, we just stayed positive with him. He was still positive. He wasn't walking around sad, talking about the same shot over and over. We all have those mistakes, throughout our whole career. If it's a Game 7 game, or if it's your first game of your NBA career. So it's about moving forward. It probably won't be the last time. He's going to think he should have did something. It's the game of basketball. We all think that. Woulda, coulda, shoulda type of moments. And it's just about moving forward and making sure you are smarter in those situations.
Thanks, Tomer. And the last question we'll take from Ramona.
Hey, Kawhi, you had a really interesting answer, I thought, the other night when Rachel asked you about your experiences in previous Game 7s or experiences of big playoff moments, and you said you really don't think about the past. How do you have confidence like that out there, the way you've obviously done this before, but you had it again tonight? Is it just staying in that moment, but and really not going back to the past?
I mean, it's like that for me. I don't know how other players think or people think, but just for me, it's about the situation that's in front of you. Just because you play great in whatever 9 Game 7s doesn't mean you're gonna play great in Game 10, and vice versa. So it's all about the moment. Sometimes when you're overconfident, you play bad. Sometimes when you're down on yourself, you play good. But like I said, for me, it's about focusing in that moment, having fun, and playing hard. That's it. It's a game of basketball.
Thanks, Kawhi. Have a great night.
Interesting.